Nobody anticipated it. Not the fans, not Rasheeda, and most definitely not Kirk. Leave it to Karlie Red. Nevertheless, to toss a grenade while grinning, Karlie Red recently released stunning footage of Kirk Frost, which has completely devastated Rasheeda and sent shockwaves through Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Kirk is purportedly shown in a compromising scenario with a woman who is most obviously not Rasheeda in the video. A covert filming. Even worse, it was recorded while he vowed to restore confidence. When the video appeared on social media, mayhem broke out. Fans went crazy. The actors were in disbelief. According to reports, Rasheeda passed out on set after just 15 seconds of viewing. She wept, "I can't do this again. He had my belief." The setup, the humiliation, and the betrayal are all becoming clear. Also, everyone wants to know why Karlie would act in this way at this time. Was it ratings, retaliation, or something more profound? We can be certain that the Frost family secret has been revealed and that Rasheeda's world is collapsing. This is more than just an affair scandal. Here's a career termination, a failing marriage, and a heartbreaking betrayal captured on camera. And it's just the start. The aftermath was too explosive to overlook, even though the cameras weren't even rolling when it happened. It all started during a supposedly peaceful promotional luncheon for the upcoming Love and Hip Hop ATL season. Rasheeda was radiant and beaming, attempting to project an image of a lady in recovery, a reconciled marriage, and a future she had battled valiantly to reconstruct. As usual, Kirk was standing next to her, low-key nodding along, flawlessly portraying the transformed man. However, Karlie Red was planning a moment that would ruin everything while sipping her drink like a villain in a telenovela in the room's corner. She had the ideal timing. Karlie abruptly got up, raised her phone, and gestured with it. She remarked, "Y'all fake as hell," loud enough to silence everyone at the table. "You still think this man is faithful, Rasheeda? Because I have something you all need to see," he said, causing the energy in the room to abruptly shift. Rasheeda attempted to brush it off. Until Karlie hit play, she assumed it was just Karlie being untidy. There was no mistaking what everyone heard. In the background, there was another woman's laughter and Kirk's moaning, whispering, pleading voice. The space gulped. Rasheeda let her fork fall. Her face lost all of its color, and a brief video began to play before anyone could press the pause button. "You're going to keep this for yourself, right?" Kirk, shirtless, lies in a darkly lit room and whispers into the camera. Although the woman's face was obscured, her body was clearly seen, and it most definitely wasn't Rasheeda. There was instant turmoil. Managers attempted to step in. Karlie declined to give over the phone. "Turn that off," Rasheeda yelled as she rose up, trembling and her voice cracking. But it was too late. Everyone present at the breakfast had just witnessed her heartbreak on a 4K phone screen. With her spouse revealed as the liar he claimed he was no more, Rasheeda allegedly sobbed uncontrollably for about 45 minutes after storming out and slumping into her car. Medics had to sedate her, according to a production-related source. The insider claimed she was hysterical. She insisted how the key question was, could he do this to me again? How did she even get that footage? How was the tape obtained by Karlie Red? Karlie claims that it originated with a woman. "Y'all better ask the side chick," Karlie wrote in a nasty Instagram post that same evening. The internet went crazy. "Who slid in my direct messages? Don't blame me. I just hit play." Fans divided into two groups. Team Karlie contended that Rasheeda should be informed if she was being deceived once more, while Team Rasheeda was devastated for the First Lady of Atlanta. But one thing was evident. Nobody was on Kirk's side. The man who had spent years repairing his reputation following scandals involving secret babies and infidelity was now exposed once more, by his own conceit this time, making a video and giving someone voice remarks courageous enough to send it to his wife's acquaintance. It wasn't merely treachery, it was ignorance. Rasheeda also went dark. No updates, stories, or posts. Insiders said she is utterly devastated, despite her team's assurance that she was grieving discreetly. According to one source, this wasn't just cheating. This was humiliation in public and emotional maltreatment. He allowed her to enter a conflict zone blind because she had at last begun to trust him once more. Atlanta was still bustling 2 days after the brunch catastrophe. The Hip Hop and Love set had shut off. Rasheeda still hadn't left the house, and the production crew was rushing. She wasn't taking calls from VH1, her glam crew, or even her mother, according to people close to her. She was devastated. Fans have previously witnessed Rasheeda's power via scandal. Jessica, this was not like baby rumors, infidelity, or betrayal. One of the people she used to stand next to on red carpets revealed this video footage. Even worse, she was unaware of the extent of the footage. One insider murmured, "If that's what Karlie uploaded, just think of what else she's." Karlie Red was pretending to have no regrets in the meanwhile. With the message, "When they lie to your face, give the world the receipts." She shared a selfie with a sly smile. The comments went crazy. She was commended by some for holding males responsible. Karlie was unconcerned when others accused her of being a snake who uses women's suffering as a tool to get power. She had kept quiet about Kirk's antics for years. She was prepared to reveal everything, though an unnamed source leaked a second clip within a day. But everyone was aware of it. Karlie, was it? In this one, Kirk was seen FaceTiming the same woman from the previous tape and assuring her that he was eager to slip away once more. The timestamp was taken during the week he threw Rasheeda a surprise party, only 2 months before her birthday. Fans weren't happy. The deceit was psychological warfare rather than merely physical. While preparing to blow someone else's back out, he had her blow out candles. Producers from the show begged Rasheeda to film a response scene, but she refused, staying locked in her Buckhead home, surrounded by her sisters, said a widely shared tweet, and her son. She's going through all of Jasmine's experiences again, a relative said. Since the Jasmine debacle, Kirk had maintained a modest profile, with no turmoil, no new children, and no public blunders. Rasheeda even started one notification, one video, one giggle, one betrayal to many, and all of that came crashing down. Back at VH1, the executive producers were arguing over how to spin it. She had rebuilt her reputation as a businesswoman, opened boutiques, hosted panels, and rebranded herself as a boss who had weathered the storm. Although ratings had already doubled from Karlie's footage alone, the emotional cost was incalculable. Nevertheless, producers started constructing a plot around the leak, and according to leaked texts between Karlie and another cast member had additional footage stored on a password-protected drive. But Kirk had the audacity to deny everything. In a hurried and dimly lit Instagram Live, he muttered something about deepfakes and old footage, claiming that Karlie was attempting to gain attention and that the video was from years ago, but fans weren't buying it. The shirt he was wearing was from his current clothing line, which was only introduced 6 months ago. The background in the FaceTime was identical to a hotel he had tagged just a year ago. The deception was careless. The harm was done. Tamar Braxton even commented, even though Rasheeda hadn't posted since the leak. Celebrities and fans from all over the world started leaving comments on her posts. One comment received over 50,000 likes. Rasheeda, girl, you don't deserve this. Period. She wasn't alone. Renee. Rasheeda finally broke her silence on day 4, but it wasn't in a conventional post. Instead, she uploaded a blank black screen with a terrifying comment, saying, "I let too much slide. I'm not doing that anymore." There were no tags, names, or explanations. Everyone was aware of the target of the grenade, and by the end of the week, Rasheeda's black screen post had gone global as a call for justice, and a warning shot directed directly at Kirk Frost. She didn't even need to mention him. Suddenly, the social media was ablaze, with posts from fans and influencers urging Rasheeda to permanently leave Kirk. Rasheeda was no longer just the deceived wife. She was now a symbol for every woman who had supported a man through lies, disrespect, and public humiliation only to be hurt again. One user said, "It wasn't just a storyline anymore. You stood by him when everyone else told you not to. You forgave him for Jasmine, and this is how he repays you." It was private. Women recognized themselves in Rasheeda, which led to a deeper sense of betrayal. A week after releasing the first 2 videos, Karlie Red hinted on Instagram stories that there would be more surprises. That same day, a third video emerged, this time featuring Kirk inside what appeared to be a dressing room. Karlie Red was still making money off of the chaos she had caused. "You know I got to play husband when I'm out here, but you got my heart," he said to the same unidentified woman over the phone. The timing was terrible. Rasheeda was supposed to appear at a session on women's empowerment in Atlanta that same evening, and her comment alone made news on all American gossip blogs. Influencers who were supposed to co-host the event were devastated when she canceled it just hours before. One of them said, "I've never seen Rasheeda this low. She used survival to create an empire, but this is soul harm." According to people close to her, Rasheeda began watching old video of Kirk attempting to, according to a friend, she has been re-watching every interview, phone log, and timeline in order to piece together the truth for herself. It's as if she's conducting a detective investigation into her own marriage to determine when the lies began again, and what she discovered only made matters worse. The woman in the recording wasn't brand new. Rasheeda recalled meeting her more than a year ago at a soft launch party for Frost Bistro, when she was just another face in the throng. She allegedly told her friend, "I had no idea she was sleeping with my husband." The last straw was a leaked text thread between Karlie Red and the unidentified woman, in which the woman claimed that Kirk had promised to leave Rasheeda for her, and even offered to move her into a condo once the show calmed down. This shocking revelation demonstrated that Kirk was not only cheating, but was also planning Rasheeda's future. Returning to the issue, Tamar Braxton tweeted, "You can forgive a mistake, but you can't heal where manipulation lives. Baby, don't stay this time." Rasheeda, even Love and hip-hop castmates were beginning to take sides after that tweet went viral. A video of Rasheeda sobbing from a previous reunion concert was tweeted by Spice with the message, "She's been strong for too long." Bambi said, "If you need receipts on men pretending to be faithful, just ask me." Mama D joined in, saying, "If you need receipts on men pretending to be faithful, just ask me." Kirk wasn't present, And the shade was unbelievable. Discovered. The producers were in a panic because Kirk had disappeared. There was no filming, no interviews, no remarks, and the plot was unbalanced without him. However, the truth was that no one wanted to see him anymore. Instead, everyone was focused on Rasheeda. The question hung in the air, like smoke, until Rasheeda made one last move that startled everyone. Would she walk away from the marriage? Or would she, like so many times before, try to put a broken man back together, with glue made of faith and public image? All eyes followed Rasheeda as she entered Frost Bistro by herself. There were no cameras, no PR team, no VH1 employees, just Rasheeda. Dressed entirely in black, her face bare, her hair pulled back like a warrior with no time for distractions. The diners that afternoon dared not approach her, but they couldn't take their eyes off her as she made her way straight to the private office. Locked the door, and for the next 2 hours, her marriage's destiny was determined because Kirk Frost was waiting there. There were rumors that this was their first face-to-face meeting since Karlie had leaked the tapes. The walls were thick, but not thick enough. Reporters were informed by restaurant employees that they heard Rasheeda yelling, "You lied to me," with a full voice, no filter, and no fear not Kirk. "You made me feel ashamed, and you repeated it like nothing at all. You sat there and watched me defend you while you were out here filming sex tapes with randoms like you single," she allegedly said to another colleague. When Rasheeda eventually came out, her face was streaked with tears, but she kept her head high, and Kirk, for once, had nothing to say. Kirk, on the other hand, waited behind for an additional hour before security had to lead him out the back door to dodge the media and fans who had gathered in front. It was official. She didn't talk to anyone, didn't turn around, and got into her black SUV and drove off. Atlanta was watching in real time as the Rasheeda and Kirk brand collapsed. That same evening, Rasheeda finally went live just her phone, and the truth. "I've been silent, too quiet, and now you're going to get the real deal. I gave that man everything, my youth, my loyalty, and my forgiveness, and what did I get? Lies, public humiliation, and betrayal." Once more, she took a breath and looked into the camera. Her voice broke, but she didn't stop. Tears streamed down her cheeks, but she persisted. "He assured me that he had changed. This ain't love and hip-hop. This is my life, and I'm done letting someone play with it like it's a storyline." The internet went crazy, and the live stream received over 1.2 million views. "I trusted him because I wanted my family and our history. But you can't build a future with someone who keeps keeping secrets in every closet." In less than a day, blogs, influencers, and even non-franchise celebrities uploaded clips of her speech. Cardi B remarked, "Real. Identify the real. This is not what you deserved. I've been where she is, and it." Tammy Roman tweeted, "It aches a lot." However, Rasheeda's shaky voice became viral when she said, "You ever loved someone so deeply, you forgot to love yourself? That's where I've been, but I'm returning home now." And the story was sealed in an instant. Rumor had it that Kirk had moved into a hotel close to the airport after being locked out of their joint Buckhead house. Some claim he was trying to hide, while others claim he was still texting the same woman from Karlie Red doubled down, posting in a new tale, "I ain't ruined that relationship." In any case, Rasheeda was no longer looking back at the tapes. "I revealed what was already flawed." Next, she posted a video of Rasheeda's voice was wobbly, and her eyes were already fatigued when she defended Kirk against cheating rumors in an old reunion show. Fans quickly combined that clip with scenes from Rasheeda's most recent live performance, stating she should have been done years ago. The energy had changed back at VH1, but we all know that love doesn't listen when it hurts. Producers started rewriting the season around Rasheeda's truth. She hadn't stated whether or not she would return, but rumors have it that they were prepared to completely remove Kirk's plot if she left, because it was now her survival narrative rather than his redemption arc. 2 weeks later, the woman from the tape came forward, and the truth was worse than Rasheeda could have imagined. Her name was Maya, and she was just a 2-year-old. With every post, every tear, and every unvarnished confession, Rasheeda was finally reclaiming her life. In a no-holds-barred podcast interview, Mia, a woman from Decatur, revealed the details of her 2-year situationship with Kirk Frost, which included lavish gifts, covert hotel meetings, and most unsettling of illegitimate recordings made with his full consent. He knew the Maya wasn't done though, and he told me that Rasheeda was only for the show and that they were business partners rather than lovers. The camera was rolling. He stared right at it, and he forwarded the footage to me the next day like it was a flex. That comment alone threw Twitter into a meltdown. Fans were shocked to learn that not only had Kirk allegedly cheated once more, but he had also been gaslighting Rasheeda into believing they had healed while having a full shadow relationship. He said that although they had separate rooms and lives, they had to act in public. Karlie Red shared the video with the message, "Told y'all, I didn't ruin nothing," revealing every private lie he had uttered behind closed doors. He had been filthy. Rasheeda was no longer quiet at this moment. Instead, she was strategic. Insiders claimed that she started removing Kirk's name from Frost Bistro contracts, deleted co-owned social media pages, and even told employees not to send Kirk any internal business updates. Instead of having another emotional breakdown, she started meeting with lawyers, family advisors, and business consultants with the intention of separating her life from Kirk's as quickly and discreetly as possible. This isn't just a breakup, it's an eviction from her empire, a close source disclosed. She's locking him out of everything. And as Rasheeda pulled away, Kirk doubled down on the lies. In a leaked audio recording from a call with a friend, Kirk claimed, "Rasheeda's overreacting. That's not even how we were together." It was challenging. The hypocrisy was quickly exposed by fans, who shared side-by-side videos of Kirk proposing a vow renewal to Rasheeda only months before, along with Maya's receipts that showed hotel reservations made in his name that same weekend. "Sir, how was it difficult when you were renewing vows while renting rooms?" The caption said, producers rushed to frame the film for the impending reunion special, pleading with Rasheeda for an exclusive interview because even VH1 was unable to spin this one. Instead, she declined and published a public message titled "For Every Woman Who's Ever Stayed Too Long" on the official website of her brand. In it, she didn't name Kirk once, but her words sliced through every lie he had built. She wrote, "We all want love to final, though sometimes they grow in circles while we progress. We want the person we built with to grow alongside us. I endured things I shouldn't have, and when I was bleeding in private, I let the world to believe that we were doing well. Now that's done, I picked myself." The letter went viral, was reposted by celebrities, mentioned in magazines, and described by therapy accounts as essential reading for any woman recovering from emotional betrayal. Despite the huge amount of support, Rasheeda remains silent, focused, and determined to finally rebuild without the man who is breaking everything apart. Back at the Frost home, Kirk had moved into a condo on the outskirts of Atlanta, packed up his belongings, and stayed mute, only coming out for mysterious tales about the truth always coming to light and the real ones remaining silent. However, no one was believing it, and whenever he attempted to speak, fans silenced him. They urged, "Let Rasheeda live. You had your chance, Maya." Following the interview, Rasheeda disappeared back underground. Some suspected that she was paid to vanish, while others claimed she was afraid. Rasheeda didn't care. She had ceased asking why. She had been preparing for the season finale, which no one, not even the producers, had anticipated. Rather than ending with a dramatic reunion battle or a phony apology, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta concluded with something far more potent. Rasheeda leaving on her own terms. Rasheeda left Frost Bistro with the keys to her business and a new kind of independence. There was no man by her side, no cameras following her into another heartache, and Kirk Frost was definitely out, not just from the house, not just from the marriage, but fans held their breath as the last shot faded to black. There was no voiceover, no summary, just stillness and a title card that said, "For every woman who gave her all and still wasn't enough, this one's for you." From the brand, the image, and the life Rasheeda constructed through years of grit, agony, and elegance. Again, and in real life, Rasheeda had started a complete rebranding, including new logos and business accounts. She had reopened her shop chain under her maiden name. She had signed a book deal for Unfrosted, My Life After the Ice Broke, and she had announced that a new talk show about women was being developed. She not only survived Kirk, but she used her suffering as a platform to recover power after being betrayed. Meanwhile, Kirk attempted to salvage what little reputation he still had by spinning the narrative in a podcast interview with a local ATL host. "I made mistakes, but I was never malevolent. People forget that I've been under pressure too." But the backlash was immediate. He was flamed in comment sections, dubbed a narcissist by women and irresponsible by men. And even the presenter was uneasy. The last blow came when Karlie released a final clip of Kirk asking Maya in a voicemail, "If I had the choice, I'd pick you." The betrayal was complete. Karlie simultaneously became a hero and a monster. While some followers criticized her for being dirty, others applauded her. She posted a straightforward statement that read, "When you expose a cheater, you ain't messy," exposing the truth that no one else had the courage to publicly state. Nevertheless, she didn't care. Simply put, you outshine the falsehood. The video shows Rasheeda's parting speech in front of millions of women, reposted it with their own stories, making it the most shared moment in the franchise's history. Rasheeda's statement that she was done loving people more than they love themselves became a movement, and VH1 confirmed that she would return next season, but on her own. Tamar Braxton, offered to guest star Cardi B, said she would promote her new book, and even Oprah's own network reached out for a possible special. Rasheeda wasn't broken. Instead, she was blossoming, empowered, unfrosted, and free of Kirk, shame, and pretense. If you've ever been duped, gaslit, or made to believe that your love wasn't enough, this story is for you. Rasheeda offered Kirk loyalty, time, forgiveness, and he repeatedly betrayed her, but this time, she chose herself. How many chances does a cheater get before it breaks you? If you've been in Rasheeda's position, please share your truth and reclaim your voice in the comments section below. Remember to hit like, subscribe, and tell a friend to watch this until the end because this isn't just a breakup, it's a rebirth. Number Rasheeda, Kirk Frost, Karlie Red, Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta. Cheating, exposed, gaslighting, and regaining your power are all numbers. No more number frosting. A figure, unvarnished black love. Amount of unfrozen, this